you're good in English. You're speaking all right. Chinese. I mean, I think Chinese have different 7 or 8 or 10 different ways of language over there, different dialects, like Mandarin and
You
then
mean dialects?
like Chinese language
Well,
has different.
I think they're numerous. You can't really count because where my grandparents live, they kind of have different dialects in every town, like
Okay.
county. So, like, even though, like, maybe two men who lives like about 100 miles away from each other cannot even understand one another.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
it's pretty crazy when you consider the dialect things because I can hardly understand my grandma. Like,
Wow. So you know English and Chinese. Any other language you can? Do you speak any other language?
no, but I can speak a little bit the local dialects in Henan province.
Okay.
But I'm planning to learn another
What's that?
language, but I'm not quite sure.
French?
I'm not quite sure which one because I think that'll be one of my expected major in college because I'm now trying to, well, it is kind of complex, but I'll explain to you. Well, besides it, the entrance examination, there are another policy which can benefit students who are good at language speaking and who are better in
Yeah.
It's a little bit. Okay, so there are 13 schools in the whole country which have the qualification to send their students through that special channel, and I'm in one of that schools. So that next term we'll take the examination, which include the PE test, the interviews, and the writing parts. And if you're good at it and you are admitted to the colleges, you can skip the last exam, the college entrance examination, and go straight to that college. But there's a thing is that you need to study the specific language they appoint you to learn in that college.
So what are you aiming at? Are you aiming at language study for college or university? Are you looking at linguistic subjects or something? Or
no, not exactly, but I'm okay with like majoring in another language in college for my bachelor degrees. But I'm definitely going to take different majors for my master and doctor degrees. Like, I'm not going to just be a interpreter or something in the future
No, I understand.
I don't want to be like that. Yeah, I just want to have a tool which will give me access to a wider range of job choices. Like, I mainly want to do the diplomatic services, like to work in the UN, if possible, or I tend to choose the legislation system, like to be a lawyer or something like that.
Good. Yeah, you got your goals.
I want a career which is kind of free. Like, I don't want to just sit in the same room at the same desk every day, day in, day out.
You're like me.
Practicing the same work.
Yeah, I speak multiple languages. I understand English. I understand several other languages. Have you ever heard anybody speaking Arabic?
No.
You know where that language is from? It's from Middle East.
No.
Like, you heard the country, like Saudi Arabia, Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, those people speak Arabic.
So
I know a little bit. I know a little bit of Arabic. Okay. You know Hindi. People from India speak the language.
Yeah.
I know a little bit of Hindi too. Urdu.
Wow.
from people from Pakistan.
Yeah.
I know a little bit of that too. Spanish.
Wow.
Mexico.
That's pretty.
I know a little bit of that too. Bangla, from a country called Bangladesh next to India. I know that as well. What else? French. Very little, not that much. But I have had exposure to French.
I'm really impressed.
Yeah, because
So you learned that all by yourself?
Yeah, while developing. And see, I'm a person, I don't know, it maybe comes from my family. I would like to mingle with people, get to know with people, make friends with people. I have tons of friends from many parts of the world. From South Africa to Asia to Australia, Canada, everywhere. So, I experienced different languages, food, culture, people, and everything, So, and I even have businesses. Like I expanded, like I contacted with people in several countries. I've got a software company. I'm connected with Kenya. I'm connected with Australia. I'm connected with India or Bangladesh, and of course here. So, I've got people working for me, software developers from there in Asia. And I've got clients here in Australia, America, and stuff. I'm also providing some service to Kenya. So with all these, mixture, and of course, I've been teaching online to people in China. It's been about 5 years or 6 years now. Yeah, I spend about a couple hours every day to train. It's my side gig, it's my interest, my hobby, or you can say that. So I've got pretty. On an average every day I spend about a couple hours on training English. Initially I did provide corporate training, mostly on call centers and business trainings, and then all of a sudden from a website from Monster, this company, this Put School was actually my first contact in China. They contacted me and they're like, okay, can you train people? I'm like, yeah, I can. On what? On English. I'm like, okay, on English. Yeah, that's fine. Not a problem. And then I start.
So what's your
yeah.
So what's the focus of your company like?
Oh, we do design and develop software, websites, digital marketing, stuff like that. So that. And then I started. They opened an account and I started teaching, like adults, doctors, associate professors, other the senior ones, the teachers and stuff like that. And then after a few months, I'm talking about 6 years ago from now. So after a few months, Put School asks me, hey, can you teach somebody who is in high school? I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem, put them on. So they were in 6th grade or something like that, right? High school. Okay. And then this another company, so I record these classes and I put it up on the social media. Micro Language contacts with me. They're connected with different schools, where like they ask me, can you teach kids? I'm like, I've never done that. I've never done that, but let me try it, right? Who cares? So they put like 10 or 12 kids together, and with a camera, with the classroom and stuff. And there's this Chinese teacher over there, and here I am. And now I find myself teaching kids for a few months. Like each class has like 12 or 14 people, kids. So that was an experience too. So yeah, so that's that. But Put School,
your life is pretty colorful.
It is pretty colorful. Yeah, I love to travel. I've been to several countries around the world. But I have researched my part about China on YouTube. I've seen what the culture is like. I've seen the food. I've seen the people, how how everything works and stuff. And it's pretty interesting.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been to China?
No.
Before?
So that's the thing. I've been teaching kids, and I find I get a lot of information. I do have a lot of information, and I think it is pretty exciting, and I wanted to explore and go and kind of spend a month or something. Maybe have somebody with me as a guide. So take me to places, right?
Yeah, was pretty ashamed for me too, because I'm really excited about entering college and maybe study abroad a little bit for 1 or 2 terms. But now I think that for these years we can only like enter the universities online, which is not as satisfying as I used to be. So, but still, I think there's still many chances. Like, I'm like really hoping myself to be 18 or 19 so that I can apply to the UN intern and be a volunteer in some organizations and something like that. But since I'm still 16, there's 2 years to go.
Well, the whole life is ahead of you.